federal budget, keep close track of those figures, how much money it is really costing, and how much money each community is spending, and I mean your community. Two more final things. Nancy Pelosi on CNN talking about drug law reform, talking about medical marijuana. She's in support of medical marijuana. Well, that's good to know because I live in San Francisco, and she represents me. But she points out that it's not enough to support it despite all the endorsements and the scientific evidence. She points out that leading members of the Congressional Black Caucus are partly to blame because they oppose medical marijuana despite people's assumptions that they should be in favor of it. So pay close attention to who is being arrested. Are they people of color? Are they black people? Are they Hispanic people? Who is actually being targeted here? And finally, I'd like to point out that numbers don't tell an entire story. You can do really accurate data collection, and people can say, okay, so what? It's a number. You know, news stories also run on emotion, and the most emotional story that I've seen in a while is the story about Stephanie Landa coming across recently. Stephanie Landa, who's been in a federal prison serving a federal sentence for growing medical cannabis in San Francisco. She recently, medical cannabis grow in San Francisco, the local police, she said, told her it was okay. They later turned her over to the feds, and she's been serving a sentence. Now, she recently tested positive for THC in prison, and with only 90 days left to serve, has had her prison date extended to June 2009. Now, you know, you can write all you want about numbers, but it's important to include the emotional stories to put people's faces and names to numbers, and let their own personal stories make the case and support the case for the numbers and the data that you gather. So please keep that in mind, and don't forget the emotional story behind the data that you gather as well. So I hope this was useful to you. I'd be happy to answer any questions after this discussion. Thank you.